So hello everyone. Thank you for having me, Farmer, in this meeting. On our side in Kenya, we have been working very close with the government. Let me start by saying that I'm Denis. I'm the co-founder of Discover Brands 3D Printing, and we are a social enterprise working on a circular economy project with the government and a few other partners in creating a circular economy using 3D printing technology. Our main goal is to create waste and convert it into wealth. And that's using the circular approach. The circular approach, we are literally working mostly with the PET. PET is the plastic bottles, the for polyethylene tetrafilate bottles type of as our material. So we recycle it and shred it into our 3D printing filament, which is PET, which is the 100% PET. We do not have any additives in it, so that we can create the whole circular loop. This came up by the fact that we had a lot of filament shortages in Kenya, and also the surging up of the prices of the filament prices. We also, by creating that circular economy, this project was incepted in 2018 when Kenya wanted, the Ministry of Environment wanted to ban the PET plastics in Kenya. So we had to come up with a solution as private sector, the government, SMEs, a whole public-private partnership was created so that we can do that. And we are working under something called the Partnering for Green Growth and Global Goals. That's the P4G hub based in Denmark and New York. So with our administrators being KEPSA is the Kenya Private Sector Alliance. There is a Danish embassy. We are consulting for CCAP and World Resources Institute. CCAP is the Center for Clean Air Policy in Chile. And we're also working closely with the Ministry of Environment, who are helping us, Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Trade, and Ministry of Environment, Trade, and Education. We're also working with Ministry of Education. For our pilot project, we are working with the county government. We're working with the devolved system. We're working with the counties so that each of those partners we're working in the P4G partnership, the public-private partnership, each of them has their own deliverables, such that with the county government, we are working with them in warehousing and workshop. That is whereby we'll be having our maker spaces so that we can have technology transfer of to the students, so that they can learn and transfer that knowledge to other people, train the trainers, literally. Yeah, we're also working in curriculum development. Since our main product before COVID, the pilot project was curriculum-based STEM kits. Curriculum-based STEM kits, that's for the national level. We're working with the Ministry of Education at a national level, but we are starting from the devolved system, which is the county government, which is called the county government of Kiambu and county government of Nairobi. But currently we are starting with the county government of Kiambu. Other partners, another very important partner is Kenya Climate Innovation Center. I know in Nigeria, there's a Nigeria Climate Innovation Center. They are helping us in the business development and the product development, market research, and testing and market testing. We also partnered with companies like Coca-Cola, who we have created something called a buyback scheme. A buyback scheme is whereby after recycling, since we are reducing more like the weight of problems for companies like Coca-Cola, they tend to buy back the end products that we have produced. Other very important partners that we have here are Kenya Bureau of Standards. We have been working on the quality assurance, and we are starting with the quality assurance. We're also in the technical committee for plastics in the Kenya Bureau of Standards. This is, we were actually privileged to get into that since the new ISO president, that was inaugurated last year, is Kenya. That's the first African ISO president to be. So we'll be working with them, and they're supporting us under KIRDI. KIRDI is the Kenya Institute of Research and Development. And we're also working with the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development to help us in the STEM kits, in the learning STEM kits. And we are also incorporating 3D printing into the curriculum, into the TVETs. the technical vocational courses around the country, but we are also still piloting them in the county. We're first piloting, then it will be replicated to the other counties, then globally, then to the region, then globally. So our process starts by the waste collection. After collecting, sorting, and cleaning of the waste bottles, this is through an EPR system. An EPR system was created through an NGO called PETCO. PETCO Kenya was a replica of PETCO South Africa. An EPR system is whereby the EPR system, which is PETCO, PETCO is a PRO. It's a PRO, but the system is called an EPR system, which is whereby they add subsidies to the collected bottles so that to encourage the people, to encourage the value chain after the collection, the sorting, and the cleaning. Like currently, in the whole world, there was a problem with PET. The value of PET bottles had really gone down, and that was because of the ban, the export ban. So every country had to come up with their own solutions, with their own homegrown solutions. So ours was to come up with a homegrown solution for PET, and that's why we had to create the EPR system. And the EPR system, we were supported by launching something called the Kenya Plastic Action Plan last December. So after we are done with the cleaning, sorting, it is Githurai neighbors. There's it's called an incentivization, more of an incentivization mode that Githurai neighbors have made. They are called waste agents. So they collect the people who collect the bottles for Githurai are given tokens through a voucher system, which they can go and retrieve from supermarkets, from the local supermarkets, from registered local supermarkets that they will be using. So we are also, after that, we shred them and make them into filament. This is the 100% filament, which is 100% PET filament, which is very strong compared to the other PLAs. And we also recycle our e-waste into our e-waste 3D printers. These are the e-waste 3D printers. And our partners are Qtron. The partners who are helping us, we are working with in filament production are Tech for Trade. So for 3D printing technology for COVID-19, we have been working very hard on flexible to low to mid-volume additive manufacturing, which is the additive manufacturing as in more like a 3D printing farm model. And this is because of the disruptions caused by the virus itself. These are such as shortage of the PPEs. In Kenya, there are people who are washing and selling of the PPEs, which is very dangerous. And as an environmentalist, there's a lot of pollution of late that has come in through the PPEs. So we have to come up with solutions for that again. Yeah, those are the problems: community contagion, shortage, and pollution. So we are working to start a 3D printing farm model. That's what we have really been working deep to do since the other project had stalled a bit, the STEM kits. Though we might restructure it, it only needs a few logistics to start with that. But for now, our main aim is to start a 3D print farm model. Instead of having 1 or 2 3D printers, we have 50 to 100 printers running in different technical institutes. And this one, the advantages is the fact that we'll have fast production. It's easy to scale since we are making all our material, our raw materials, our machinery around. Yeah,